Alright, what's up people? This is SithFurion, and right now we're going to be jumping into episode 3 of House of the Dragon. I am so pumped to get into this, man. So like last week, I don't want to do like a massive recap and everything. We're all following along. We all know what's happening. I just want to make one or two quick points, okay? Point one, I hate to keep harping on about this, but the whole Daemon and Plan B thing, the more I think about it, I genuinely don't think he had a Plan B. I think he probably said to him, you know, son for a son, but they did what they did, you know, and now it's fallen onto Daemon to take responsibility for it. You know what I mean? That's why he said it was a mistake. I don't know, just the more I think about it, the more I've watched like reactions like over like the week, the more I think like maybe I was wrong, you know, maybe we were made to believe that there was a Plan B when there weren't, you know. So it could seem like Daemon is untrustworthy, he's like a loose cannon because Rhaenyra don't trust him, so we shouldn't trust him too. So maybe that's why they've done it the way that they have done, but I don't know. Second point is now that Christian Cole is king, I've got a feeling that maybe we called him Tarantino Strong, was it? I've got a feeling that he might be kind of pissed off over this, right? Because the way that he was talking to Aegon was like he was trying to put himself into that role. But then again, he might be happy with this. He might be happy with the fact that Christian Cole is now the hand of the king because maybe he feels like he can manipulate and control him a hell of a lot more than he could Otto. You know what I mean? So maybe he even knows about Cole and Alicent and he might play that hand at some point, you know. But real quick as well, I know that the actor who plays Christian Cole has caught a lot of hate on social media to the point that he's like disabled comments on Instagram. It's like, really? Like, I'm sure it's not you guys. Like I'm sure all my viewers are perfectly well-rounded, smart and intelligent people. But sadly, there is that small little sliver of society that are basically dumb fucks. And they're going to go off and do shit like this. I just don't get it. I genuinely don't get it. Don't get me wrong, Christian Cole is a piece of shit. He's a vile, nasty snake. You just fucking choke him. He's a piece of shit. But because he does that, why are you showing the actor hate? I don't get it. You know, if anything, you should be praising this actor for how good he is. Because if he makes you feel that way, it means he's doing a good fucking job. You know what I mean? So why attack the actor? But like I said, I know it's not you guys. You guys are all cool. It's just that small little sliver. That small little sliver of dumb fucks. But yeah, I just kind of saw it over like the last few days and I just thought, so stupid to me. But yeah, I think that's it. I can't think of any other kind of thing I want to bring up so far. Guaranteed there'll be something when I'm not recording. As I'm editing, I'll be like, oh shit, I never talked about that. But anyway, we're going to get into this. If you're interested in watching all the full lengths, there'll be a link down below to a playlist. I've got 2 versions of each full length. One is for like the UK or kind of Europe for like Sky Atlantic and Now TV. Then another version that's like HBO Max. So hopefully they should be all good for you guys to use the one that works for you. Because I found that there is a difference between each one, you know what I mean? Plus here in the UK on like Now TV, for some reason it cuts to like commercial breaks, but then on HBO Max, they don't have that. So I need to edit every time that pops up on the UK one. Such a nightmare. Hence the reason why these reactions go up like a day late, because I'm sorting all that shit out and making sure everything's synced up properly. And last week with the sun, the weather, my God, man. But hopefully it's a bit cooler this week, so we can get this up Tuesday. Hopefully this will go up Tuesday. But yeah, we're going to get into this. Links will be all down below. No more rambling. Oh, fuck me. Okay, episode 3, House of the Dragon. Let's do this, man.
Can you even get that thing up?
Low enough for killing Blackwoods. Put the boundary stones back.
We didn't move them. How did they move themselves then?
This is our land. It's Bracken land. Babe killer.
What did you say?
Your false Queen Rhaenyra is a kinslayer.
Your uncle declared for Aegon.
Okay.
Aegon Targaryen is no true king. Just as you are no true knight. You're both cravens. You wouldn't dare.
Oh shit. I actually quite like this though, because it shows like, because even though it's like House Black and House Green, there are other families who have aligned themselves, so they're involved in it now, you know? Jesus.
Otto Hightower would never have allowed this. Hotter blood has prevailed.
Yep.
Soon they will not even remember what it was that began the war in the first place. But it is enough they usurped my throne. That is one answer. Or was it when the child was beheaded? Or when Aemond killed Luke? Or when Luke took Aemon's eye?
Yeah.
Tita now at the point where none of it will matter.
Mm-hmm.
There is no war so hateful to the gods as a war between kin. There may be another way. Alicent Hightower.
What?
She came to me in the hours after your Lord Father's death. She knows war is coming, and that it'll be savage beyond all compare. What she did is not her, but the men around her who seek bloodshed. She permitted it. As you permitted the murder of a little boy in his bed.
I like her. It's like you need someone like that to kind of set you on the right path, you know?
There is nothing more to be said.
And it is true about the whole thing about how, like, in the end, no one would care why we're at war. Just the fact that we are at war, you know?
Been tidings of it.
Why is everybody so, like, casual?
You've appointed new knights to the Kingsguard, Your Grace.
To replace those we lost. House Bracken took it upon themselves to attack the Blackwoods, who declared for the Pretender. Lord Samuel Blackwood himself is slain.
Good. First blood in our name.
Science took heavy losses, Your Grace. I'm not entirely certain we can declare this a victory.
The Blackwoods and the Brackens have feuded for centuries. This is nothing more than an excuse for them to indulge their ancient grudge. It's no true war.
Call it what you will. I call it war.
Harrenhal is the key to the Riverlands. I will ride out with those I can muster here, men I know, men I've trained. I will turn the Crown land houses who declared for nearer to our cause. We will add their numbers to our own and then turn west, where I will enlist the Brackens, subdue the Riverlands, and take Harrenhal.
Bold scheme indeed.
Well, the gods favour the bold.
They did not favour Sir Eric.
What say you, my king?
They seem to be bumping heads, don't they?
To war, then. I'll come too with Sunfire.
Egon.
Your Grace.
You'll need a dragon.
My plan is not to draw attention.
What will you do if you encounter one or more of Rhaenyra's dragons? She'll want to answer for Sir Eric.
We will be more like to encounter one if we field one of our own.
That is precisely why you must remain, brother. It's a brave thought. We cannot risk your loss.
I'm as fearsome as any of them.
Not a lot of confidence around that fucking table, is there?
You saved my life.
What is the life of a queen worth these days?
You wish to be rewarded. What price would you set?
A place at your court.
Oh, what did I say about an ally?
I know the workings of the Red Keep and the movements of those who serve there.
This could actually be really, really beneficial.
And what is my worth to you?
I would punish the High Towers for what they have done. To me, to those who served me. But more than that, I know the struggles of the small folk of King's Landing. They will be ruled either by you or by the usurper. And only one of you has shown yourself to be merciful.
I hope you do not confuse mercy with pliancy.
Are they always like this?
Sea Smoke, my late Lord husband's dragon, has grown restless of late. I cannot know why.
Maybe he's lonely.
See, she probably knows. Does she know, maybe? She might have connections. She might know more. Ooh.
Rhaena, I need you to be the mother to them that I cannot. Teach them, train them, guard them as a dragon guards her eggs. And my sister? I need Bailey here because she has a dragon. I cannot promise to make you happy, but I ask you, make this sacrifice willingly. For all of us.
Your Grace.
Everyone has to do their part, even if it's something you don't like. You know what I mean? Gotta do what you can. But with her being so young as well, the fact that she don't have a dragon, it's best for her to kind of be away and doing something else that could actually be more beneficial than actually being in the fight. You know what I mean? So I get that. Shit. Place looks empty, so like the way he's walking around, it's like he's expecting trouble, but okay, so there are people there.
I'm claiming Harrenhal.
I, Sir Simon Strong, Castellan of Harrenhal, pledge fealty to Rhaenyra of House Targaryen, first of her name. I swear this by the old gods and the new.
Wow, okay.
If you've not yet surmised, you are welcome here.
What of your lord, Larys Strong? He who sits at the false court of Aegon.
Larys Clubfoot is no lord of mine. He's a scourge upon this castle and this family. Do you not think it strange that his father perished by fire, and his son too, here in this damp place? It was the first fire here since Balerion ended the line of Harren the Black. Even in summer we struggle to light the hearths. So no, you will find no loyalty to Larys Strong here, my prince.
So everybody's already kind of like suspicious that Tarantino Strong had a fucking foot in it.
Houses Bracken and Blackwood have long detested one another.
Why?
Oh, well. The answer to that is lost in time. Sin begets sin. Begets sin.
What was being said earlier by Ray Neese about people will forget why they're actually at war.
We march on King's Landing and take the throne.
The throne?
It's a big chair, made of swords.
I'm glad we're together, even briefly. So, Kristen, may I present my brother, Sir Gawain Hightower? Arrived last night from Alton.
Sir Kristen. Sir Gawain, welcome to King's Landing.
How exhilarating to arrive at court after 3 long months on the road to find my Lord Father unseated as Hand of the King.
Sir Gawain has volunteered to accompany you into battle.
We have a full complement, Your Grace.
Then you shall have a fuller one.
The march will be hard, sir.
No one is more delighted than I to march out to war with the Dornishmen. Sister.
Okay.
May the Seven guide you. Good night, and lead you not into shadow and death.
I thank Your Grace for her praise. And request that she grant her favour, that her Lord Commander may go into battle with her blessings in his heart. Your Grace.
Yes. Oh, and he spots it as well. There's definitely like tension, but like kind of building up between them. Is Christian going to start whining about being used by her now? It does really kind of come across as like a whiny little bitch, you know? But I don't know, there's definitely like... Okay. You just know that place must fucking be rank. It must stink.
There has been no word from Prince Daemon, Your Grace.
Then we must press what advantage we do have.
And what is that?
Dragons. Send them all out. Start turning green strongholds to our cause. And burn those who resist.
No. If dragons begin fighting dragons, we invite our own destruction. Fear of it is in itself a weapon. The Greens will make the same calculation.
The value of a sword is not within its scabbard.
We will secure victory with armies, not with dragons alone.
The look.
Your Grace, you have witnessed firsthand just how vulnerable you are. You have never been so exposed. Perhaps it is time for you to think about secreting yourself somewhere safe, while we remain here as a source of distraction.
He proposed to conduct the war in my absence.
It would merely be a precaution.
It would be treason. You are fortunate you took it no further.
The fact that he even laughed at her, like...
This council would do well to remember that their queen wears the crown of my grandsire, Jaehaerys the Conciliator, a prudent ruler, The wisest of Targaryen kings whose reign outlasted every other, even Aegon the Conqueror's.
They don't have like much respect for her. Could be because she's a woman, maybe, in the time period and stuff, maybe. Like, but still, it's like, the fuck, man. Show some respect, like, you know?
Tyraxes and Stormcloud are young and vulnerable. These eggs are even more fragile. But should all come to ruin here, you will bear a hope for the future.
Your Grace.
Wow. Even though you can't stay and fight, what you're doing is more important. The fact that you are in charge of looking after like the next generation. Because if this all turns to shit and dragons die and people die, it's like you are going to be helping in the next era, you know?
Aegon the Conqueror reborn.
Just get on with it.
At once, Your Grace. What is your business?
There are rumors that the king readies himself to fly to war.
What is it to you?
Only that I think it would be...
Hold on, are these guards his friends that he was drinking with in the last episode?
There are diverse rumors whispered in the streets of your city. One such is that your grace sends his forces to battle, meaning his courage and wisdom flies with them. Another is that his grace was outwitted by his councillors and persuaded to fly to war with Sir Criston, so the Queen Alicent may reign in his absence. Or Prince Aemond at her side.
Who spreads these lies?
He does, actually. He's such a little shit. He literally is Littlefinger, isn't he? The whole chaos is a ladder shit.
My father always said he had no use for a master of whisperers. And yet, I find myself wanting for one. I should be glad of your talents.
Tarantino strong is going to be a fucking issue in this show.
I think mayhaps I shall fly another day.
Yeah, of course, right?
On reflection. You could come out with us, my king. Sir Martin has a new squire that wants bedding in.
He's never fucked a woman. Well, you're sworn to chastity now.
Of course, Your Grace.
Yes, Your Grace.
They don't take this shit seriously at all. They're his friends. It's going to go so fucking bad. Actually, kind of reminds me of something. I'll talk about it at the end, but it reminds me of like a boss that I had working as a barman. I had this boss and it was just absolute shit show.
I know just the cheese of you, my boy.
Wow.
Baby son. Sylveon. Celsior.
I can't get over that first shot. Did they really show that in this show?
Aemond the Fierce! You still lie with your very first. Did you fuck her like a hound?
Wow.
Your squire is welcome to her.
Okay. Full frontal. Shit, man. I feel so bad for him. Like, wow. Like, this show so far has been really kind of subtle with like sex and stuff, especially compared to Game of Thrones. But then just one episode, like, boom, straight blowjob. Not even like a flaccid penis, a fully erect. That cannot be real. They cannot allow like a fully erect penis. It'd be funny if it turned out to be some prop.
We're exposed. What? Cole?
Get to the trees!
What? Why exposed because of the clouds or something? Oh no, the sun's reflection off the armor or something, right? Hey, I'm gonna get you! I'm gonna get you! Oh. Wow. Lucky fuckers. Okay, I'll give it to Christian. That was actually kind of smart, like, to know that the sun, there's no clouds blocking the sun's rays, so it's just going to reflect off the armor. He looked like he was shitting himself, wasn't he? Alicent's brother. Yeah, lucky fuckers. Look at him. There was somebody there, we saw the feet.
Always coming and going, aren't you? And I have to clean up afterwards.
Oh, fuck. Wow. Why is he having a vision?
You will die in this place.
Okay, what the fuck? I never thought we were going to see the younger Rhaenys actress again. I can't think of her name, but I never thought we were going to see her again. And he's like reacting to seeing the kid and how he looked visibly like... I bet there was no plan B. That's his conscience fucking with him because of his actions that led to a child's death. Bet ya. If it was this easy just to sneak in the King's Landing, it's like... Why not try and sneak all your forces in and then just attack from the inside? Wow. Looks very much like... Shame. 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 I was thinking this, you know, around the table where they used to talk as kids. She's just going to walk in and just kneel down next to her.
If I got caught out, your knights would find me. I would be taken or slain.
Yep.
But not before I killed you. And then what? I've become badly. I have come to see if we may uncover some path towards peace. My dragons are restless, they smell battle. But if you and I may come to terms...
There are no terms now. You have no army. Your allies turn from you when they hear of your depravity. Your hands are bloody to no crime I could never have imagined.
The trespass was not mine. I am a mother too, and you have yet to answer for the murder of my son.
I repudiate that with all my heart.
Of course you do. I'm usurping my right inheritance.
Are we going to squash this like tit for tat shit? Like, it's not going to happen, of course, but I'm just saying, like...
Mere hours before I left him, he had affirmed my right to the throne. And yet you will maintain that his mind was changed in an instant. Well, you lie. No.
Bring up what was said.
I swear this to you, on the memory of my mother. I have been at times unkind, but never untrue. I pronounce before all gathered in that room that you would make a fine queen. Do you think me capable of such naked deceit?
She's doing what she believes is the truth. And she sees that.
What did he say at the end?
Yep.
Did he speak my name? He was weary, but he spoke in God's name.
He said he was the prince that was promised to unite the realm.
What?
I desire peace as you do, but to possess
Did my father use those words?
Yep.
The prince that was promised.
Yes, he did.
He spoke to you of the Song of Ice and Fire.
He doesn't know.
It's a story he once told about Aegon the Conqueror.
And there it is.
The Conqueror.
She realizes that she's made a mistake. This is why you shouldn't keep renaming kids the same names and like... You can see it in her face now like, oh shit.
You can prevent this, Alison. A terrible war is looming. And even victory may be so bloody as to be counted a loss. Do not let your pride blind you. There's been no mistake.
Oh.
My father has gone from court. Connor's on the march aim. You know what Hammond is. It's too late, Rhaenyra. Ask.
Yeah, like how do you backtrack on this now? Alicent knows now that she fucked up and made a mistake and set everything kind of in motion. But how do you backtrack? A little smile there, it's like, ooh. Ah, it's gonna end, isn't it? Ah, that little smirk, that little quick little smile, to me was like validation. Because she now knows that her father never changed his mind. It was like he was true that she should be the next one on the throne. You know what I mean? It was just a misunderstanding. Because I think that was a big thing. Because how, like, when she said, like, that he never mentioned her name and she cried. It's like the fact that he loved her, and in the end, it was like he just didn't love her anymore. But now she's got validation that wasn't it. Oh, I love that. The acting on those two, just little facial expressions, just little things like, it's just so good, man. I think Alicent will go away and reflect on it and really realize that she's fucked up. But it's true. It's like, there's no going back on this now. What are they meant to do? Just be like, oh, hey, we fucked up. Sorry. Our bad. You know, Aegon, come on. You're not meant to be king. I'm sorry, but you're not meant to be king. Rhaenyra is meant to sit on the throne. Oh, we fucked up. We're sorry. Our bad. That's not going to happen. There's no way you can backtrack now. It's kind of like she kind of, in like a weird way, Alicent has to stick to her guns now. Because even if it came out that she's the one that made a mistake, it could all like fall back onto her, like it's all her fault. Jesus, man. Right, to kind of jump onto Daemon's vision. Okay, first and foremost, that woman, when I first saw her, I actually thought it might have been the same actress or maybe the same character that was in Game of Thrones. What were they called in Game of Thrones? The ones that brought like Jon Snow back. Was it like the red woman or what were they called? My mind's gone literally blank. But there was one that was talking to Daenerys and helping her or something, right? I thought it was her because I started thinking about how, like, well, in Game of Thrones, you know, they take off the necklace and they become old women. I thought maybe it might be the same. I don't think it is the same actress, right? But there's a reason why she was standing there. Like maybe they did spike his food or his drink or something, or maybe she was able to put some type of spell in his room or something. But definitely something happened with that kind of like vision. But I think it's very telling how like he saw young Rhaenyra. Well, I never thought we were going to see the younger actress again. That in itself is kind of crazy. But the fact that she was stitching up the kid's neck and she was talking about how I can't remember the exact dialogue. It was something about how like I've always got to clean up your work, like your dirt or something, right? I've always got to clean up the shit you do, or like, you know, something along those lines. And the look on Daemon's face when he's looking at the kid, I honestly think he never had a plan B. I think he's the type of person that just acts and then he deals with the consequences. You know, he's a very stubborn, blunt kind of character. So I feel like he just acts and deals with the consequences. And I honestly think that he didn't intend for this to happen. There was no plan B. He said it in the last episode that it was a mistake. This one, he looked visually upset. Like the whole vision was kind of his guilt, you know, his conscience. But like the fact that he was upset is very telling, you know. It shows that he's not some evil, cold-hearted bastard, you know, because you would have to be to say, yeah, go kill this child. Yes, I don't think there was a plan B. I really don't. Fuck, man. Yeah. Before I forget the whole thing to do with Aegon and the story that I want to tell. So clearly, it looks like Aegon has hired his buddies to be his guards and shit. But clearly, they're not taking any of this shit serious. They're not upholding any of the oaths and stuff. And sadly, there's not even like anybody there to enforce the rules and the oaths and shit, you know. So this is just going to turn to complete and utter shit in the kingdom. And it kind of reminds me of when I was working in this pub. For those that don't know, for almost like, God, over 20 years, I've been working in pubs off and on for like almost 20 years. The first time I ever started in a pub, I was like 21, right? So I've got a lot of experience. And the first pub that I ever worked in, the managers were like, the only kind of comparison that I've ever really used were like Phil and Grant Mitchell from EastEnders. Google it, Phil and Grant Mitchell, EastEnders. Big, birdy blokes, you know, the type of blokes that you don't want to fuck with, you know what I mean? Yeah, even the customers were kind of scared of them. Like, they were big, jacked blokes. As long as you did your job, you were there on time, and there was no fucking around, they were great. You could have a laugh and a joke with them, a bit of banter. Even at the end of a shift where like we brought in like a lot of money, the boss would disappear after like cashing up all the tills, and he would turn up with a pizza, a giant pizza, and we would sit down, maybe have like 1 or 2 drinks, and we would just chill and relax and have like a little chat, and you know. But if you fucked up, if you was late, or if you was in the wrong, they would literally take you round the back and tear you out, you know. They were blokes you do not want to, like, you know, to the point where you were actually kind of scared that you don't want to piss them off. You know, like, you're there to do your job, but at the same time, it's like, I don't want to be on their bad side, you know what I mean? And in like a weird way, I like that. I like that sense of like authority. Like, you are in charge of me. You're my boss. You know, like, you should have some level of authority over me. And there should be like a level of respect there, you know? But when they left and we had this new manager come in, and she was, the worst thing she did was just become everybody's friend. Like, they went out drinking together and everything. And it was like, that line of authority, like, I'm your boss, you're the employee, was gone. Like, we're just friends. You know, like, this was back when I wasn't drinking. I was completely teetotal. And I would finish my shift and I would be home for like 1 o'clock in the morning. But that's when the boss would take everyone out drinking. And so, like, come the next day, so like I'm working like a Friday night, I finish my shift, clean up, refill the fridges, move all the empties in the fucking the cellar and everything, because that was more my job. And then I would go home for like 1 o'clock, 1:30, and then I'm up at like 8:30, 9 o'clock getting ready to start my next shift. Right? So I come into work, and the people that I was working with last night are coming in today, but yet they're fucking no-shows because they're hungover because they was out drinking till 5 in the morning. But it's okay because it's Saturday and they're going out again Saturday night. Hey, partying. There was no like respect there. That, you know, in the pub, the quality of the pub dropped. It turned to shit. Like, some of the horror stories, man, I could tell you to do with this boss. There was one, like, this is completely nothing to do with Game of Thrones, but there was one time when the head supervisor, like, she turned up and she opened up the pub and went upstairs and started cashing up the tills and stuff, and these 3 strange blokes came walking past, right? Because it was like, you had the pub on the ground floor. The first floor was like staff changing rooms, the kitchen, and the staff office. Then above that was like, because the building was so old, like, the top floor was old, like, flats or apartments if you live in America. And so, like, this woman is sorting out the tills, and these 3 strange men who shouldn't even be there just goes walking past, like, you're right. And they said the name of the boss and said that she's upstairs. And then they just walked out the pub. Like, it's 8:30 in the morning. You guys shouldn't even fucking be here. You know, so she put all the stuff back into the safe and locked it up. There's thousands in the safe, right? So she locks it all up and she goes upstairs to have a look. And she finds the boss, right? Naked on a bed. There's condoms and wrappers everywhere. And there's like a little table with bits of coke and everywhere. It's like, the fuck? The fuck? But what makes it even worse is that the boss, married with kids. Great person to have, like, in a position of authority. You know what I mean? Fuck me. And just like I said, the standards of the pub turned to shit. You know, like, when I first started working there, it was like, we used to have this thing called a mystery customer, right? Where because our pub was like a brand, it was like there was multiple, like all throughout the country. The people that owned it, they would have these mystery customers that would come out and rate the pub. Like, we didn't even know, it was just an average normal customer. But they would come in, have like order drinks, order food, and they would be rating our quality of service and our manners and everything. We'll call them Phil and Grant. When they worked there, 2001, 2002, we were like in the top 10% of all the pubs throughout all of the UK. Within, I think it like might have been about 7-8 months, when this new boss came in, we dropped right down the fucking bottom. We were like rated as one of the worst pubs in the country. Like, we literally had people snorting coke off tables, like not even going to the toilet to do it. They're just doing it right there in front of everybody. We had kids up in the back smoking weed. It was just like, this pub has turned to shit. In like less than 2 years, it's turned to shit. Yeah, that's just like a little story, a little ramble. But this is how I feel like when you don't have people of authority making sure shit is organized and planned out, shit's just gonna crumble. Absolutely gonna crumble. In like a weird way, Otto, even though he was a bit of a player in this Game of Thrones, everything he did was to benefit his house. But yet, there's no way he would have stood for this. No way he would have stood for these fucking buffoons acting as like Kingsguard. Like, there's no honor, no dignity in it. You know, they're just slumped around hanging. You know, it's like, what the fuck are you doing? Get on your feet. Oh, it annoys me, man. But yeah. I don't know why, I'm just in like a very chatty mood today. But yeah, okay, I'm going to wrap this up. If you're interested in watching all the full lengths, links are going to be all down below. Plus, there's also going to be a playlist for episode 1 and 2 are going to be there. So if this is the first time you've ever come across my content, go check those out. Yeah, man, give this video a thumb up if you like it. Comment down below, let me know what you think. And subscribe if you haven't already, man. All right? I've been SithFurion, and I'll catch you in the next one, man.